This is Darmtorpssjön, a naturally nutritious lake a few kilometers south of Stockholm, the capital of Sweden. It is a part of a Natura 2000 reserve here in Nacka. Several areas in the Nacka reserve is classified as key habitats, meaning that they are habitat for many different species of plants and animals, many of which are threatened regionally or nationally. The lake itself is special. It is naturally nutritious, a rare trait considering the fact that most nutritious lakes in Sweden have been contaminated with fertilizer, causing eutrophication. Because of this, many different species of uncommon insects and plants live here. Another habitat are these siliceous rocky slopes, where multiple types of lichens live. Both of these habitats are protected by the Natura 2000 directive. The Nacka Reserve also has a rich cultural life, with a number of different running tracks on gravel roads where vehicle transport is prohibited to preserve the wildlife and the culture of the reserve. The reserve also has a nearby golf course and a few sandy beaches that are very popular in the summer. This puts some strain on the area, but the rules put up by Natura 2000 prevents any damage from being dealt to the nature. Since so much of the reserve is forest, trekking is also popular. The vast forests are however prone to become very dry in the summer and easily catch on fire. Natura 2000 is an EU-wide network for protecting special habitats. The network was established in 1992 by the Habitat Directive in EU. The goal of the network is to ensure the survival of some of Europe's most prized species and habitats under a longer period. Approximately 18% of the landmass in the countries in the EU is protected by Natura 2000 network. Today there are more than 30,000 unique Natura 2000 sites. Each member country has, going from EU's Bird Habitat Directive, chosen which species and habitats they want to preserve, and each country also decides how the sites should be handled. All species or areas protected does not have to be unique in each country, but are considered threatened in a European perspective. The money to fund the Natura 2000 networks comes primarily from each member country through taxes, but also through community funds and EU funding. The Nacka Nature Reserve is one of the 4,000 nature reserves in the Swedish Natura 2000 network. The total area of Natura 2000 in Sweden is over 6 million hectares, almost 15% of the total land area of Sweden. Several areas are selected because they are important habitats for threatened species. Examples of endangered species is the leather beetle that thrives in Östergötland, oak meadows, and the nornön that blooms in northern Sweden's coniferous forests. Naturvårdsverket coordinates the work around each Natura 2000. Each country government has the responsibility to provide maintenance, protection and supervision for the Natura 2000 areas. The Skogsvårdsstyrelsen has the responsibility of supervision concerning forestry measures, while municipalities are responsible for the reserves and the general doctor of the measurements that have defensive implications. To summarize, the Natura 2000 program was founded by EU to preserve the European wildlife. It currently covers almost 1/5 of the European Union.